Hello, welcome to another video. So today we're going to be looking at my chin mounted camera setup on my helmets. And today we're going to be making a couple of changes. So if you've seen any of my videos recently, you'll see that I flip between a handlebar mounted camera looking back at me and then a chin mounted camera looking away. So you may have seen the mount that I use, which is this. This is the Dango Design's chin mount, and it's a spring-loaded clasp that goes on the chin bar of your helmet like this, and then that allows you to mount your camera on there like that. Now that's been working fine for me, but it is quite bulky on the front of your helmet, as you can see there. And I also mount my microphone on the inside of that, which sometimes comes quite close to your face. So today we're looking at trimming this down and making this on the front less bulky by using Ride Tech Moto mounts. Now this video is not sponsored. I've paid for these myself and I've not used them yet. So we'll be installing them today, and on the next ride out we'll be seeing how we go. So this is what we'll be changing to. Now look at the difference in size between this and this. Now this mount does come with a Allen screw, which would be quite a permanent fixture, but you could also use the hand screw-in type that comes with the DJI or your GoPro. So what's going to happen is this will mount in there like that, and then this will be my new mounting solution for my DJI. So this mount is helmet specific. So this is for my Arai Tourex 5, and you'll see that that will just mount there. So it will be permanently attached, but I don't think that that is particularly big or bulky. I'm quite happy for that to just stay there forever, hopefully forever, and hope it doesn't come off. So that will then mean that that is on the front of the helmet, this goes in here, and then you can use either their screw like that and put that in with an Allen key, so then it's pretty much permanent, and then you just take that off like that, or you can use the finger type one like this, which will make it easier to take off your camera mount as and when required. So first of all, we're going to clean the helmet up and then make sure everything's warm and then get that mount stuck on. It'll be a one-time thing, so we need to make sure we get it right first time. So in the kit comes some alcohol wipes. So we're just going to give the front of this helmet a clean with one of these wipes to make sure that there is no contaminants that the adhesive will react with, and then it will not stick. So we'll give that a good wipe. And then we're also going to make sure that the glue on the back of there and the helmet are nice and warm, and then you've got more chance of it being good adhesion ready for the ride tomorrow. Now I'm going to use this hairdryer to just warm that up nicely. And we'll also warm the back of this. Now wish me luck, because if I get this wrong, there's a good chance that'll be it, game over, because I don't have any more of this sticky back adhesive. So that's the backing off. So I'm not going to touch this and I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to line this up best I can, and now that is it stuck. Hopefully to not come off when the camera's on it. So I'm just pushing that on there to make sure that the sponge compresses and the adhesive grabs. I'm really happy with the way that that looks. There was a reason I went for this mount, and it was because of how small and how well it looked compared to others. And I didn't like the ones that you had to clip like a GoPro style mount to. I like the one that had this. And also you'll see that this isn't 3D printed like some of the other ones. So that's the Arai done. And you'll see that I also have the Shoei here as well. So this is the helmet that I use more for road riding on the KTM. And you'll also see that this has the flip front, which is controlled by this button here. So I can't have my camera mounted right in front so that I can't get my fingers on this. So Ride Tech Moto have come up with a solution. This one is also specific for the Neotec 3. Now, I haven't opened this one yet, so you're seeing this at the same time as me. But this is a little offset mount, as you can see there. So this will go somewhere like that. And then this also comes with this setup, which is for an offset. So that means you can have that part offset from the center of your helmet, but then this brings it back into the center and also allows for some swivel movement if you need it. And again, that comes with the inserts and threads and a screw, a stainless Allen head screw. So this one has a chamfer on it, so that even though the side of the helmet chin is round and we're not fitting it in the middle, the front section is actually parallel to the front of the helmet. I don't think we've got much option other than to just fit it right there. And then we'll need to work out the best way to use these to be able to get the camera where we want it. So again, we're going to wipe this clean, heat both of these up, stick this on, and just hope for the best. So that should take any grease, fingerprints, or any marks like that that could react with the adhesive and make it not stick. And there we have it. That is as good as we're going to get. So you'll see there that I've put that best I can in regards to keeping the edges perfectly in line with each other. And like before, I'll give that a good press, a good stick down. So I've just done that loosely for now, but I think we just need the one swivel, because this also swivels, and that will get us a good compromise, as long as I can still get my finger underneath there to be able to push that down to lift up. So far I'm happy with that. I don't think we need to install this extra swivel. That would give you even more ability to move it further away if you needed to, but it's just one more point where it can swivel and have play. So I'm just going to keep it like that for now and see how we get on. So one other thing I'll just mention whilst I'm here is we have been using the Action 4, which seems to be a brilliant little camera for some HD footage with all the features that I need for motovlogging. But we also have the Nano. So this camera here doesn't have a screen, it has the remote screen, which means we can have the remote screen elsewhere. So that is the setup with the mount and the camera. So as you can see, it's pretty small and nifty. So if we use just one extension like that, and then fit the Nano, and if we fit it with this, it becomes even less bulky again. And now we're talking minimal. So now we are more upright if you want. You can push that further out. So now you can pretty much have that at any angle you wish. And that is a pretty sleek, minimal camera for the front of your helmet. So that's both my main helmets now with the Ride Tech Moto mounts on the front. Now I will still use the spring-loaded Dango mount for other helmets, or even allow guest riders to use that on their helmet. So that will still be used, but for the main videos with the Arai helmet or the Shoei helmet, we should now get a much cleaner, lighter look using these mounts. If you've enjoyed that video and this has been helpful for you to decide if you should get one of these mounts for your helmet, then please consider giving us a like and subscribe if you want to see more of our adventures and more action. And as ever, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye bye.